To tell you the truth, I was happy. There were chicks at this movie. There were chicks in the theater for this movie. I was like, those chicks have a good taste in movies. Those chicks are the chicks that didn't beg and plead with their boyfriend to go and see 50 Shades of whatever the hell that movie is. Yeah, we all know that's heartless porn, but seriously, nice to see chicks at a movie like this. Kingsman, the Secret Service. So Kingsman, the Secret Service is the new movie from Matthew Vaughn. Matthew Vaughn has done Kick-Ass, Layer Cake, and X-Men First Class. And in Kingsman, the Secret Service, there's this Secret Service called the Kingsman. It's like set in like a tailor shop, a suit shop. You can buy suits there, but it's really like a Secret Service for like all these like super secret spies. One of the spies goes down for the count, just happens to be this kid's father, so Colin Firth tries to track this kid down later in life and tries to get him to join the Kingsman Secret Service. While the Kingsmen have to foil Samuel L. Jackson's plan of counteracting global warming by like putting SIM cards in like people's necks to like counteract global warming by getting rid of human population. The thing I really like about this movie, it has the old school Bond film feel to it. It's pretty much old school Bond meets Kick-Ass. Or Bond in general, I guess, not just old school, but Bond meets Kick-Ass. And I say that because ultimately that's what it is. I mean, it doesn't take away the fact that it's a really good movie. I'm just saying, get a lot of Bond references in this, and the action scenes feel like Kick-Ass. Listen to this. Definitely the spy stuff feels like James Bond, or other spy stuff too. I mean, but to me it felt more like James Bond. It was like if James Bond had like a protege or something, this would be it. This would be the Kingsman. And if he went to go fight the bad guys in this movie, same style action scenes as Kick-Ass. That's pretty much how you describe the movie. Now, the acting. There are a lot of people in this movie. The acting is... oh. Yeah, 2 thumbs up. Colin Firth kills it. The thing with Colin Firth is, it's like, Colin Firth is in a movie like this? If this was any other director, they'd be like, no, we don't want Colin Firth, but it's Matthew Vaughn, so it's like Matthew Vaughn's just like, Colin Firth? Yeah, that'll work. Get in the movie. We're gonna cast him in this movie. We're gonna make it work. Mr. Bald is in this movie. By that, I mean Mark Strong is in this movie, and it's a nice change of pace for Mark Strong for once, because usually he's a villain. In this, he's a flat-out good guy. I suspected that maybe he would be a villain, but didn't turn out like that in the end. He's a total good guy. He's the man. Michael Caine is in this movie. Commodore Norrington is in this movie. I forget the dude's name in real life. I think it's like Jack Davenport or something. Samuel L. Jackson, he's in this movie. I'll talk about him in a minute. Big surprise that I didn't know this dude was in the movie. Mark Hamill is in the movie. Yes, Luke Skywalker and the voice of Joker from Batman Beyond is in this movie. And it's not just a cameo. He actually has 2 scenes that are pretty relevant to the plot. I'll tell you that. I was like, is that Mark Hamill? That is Mark Hamill. That's Mark Hamill? Holy shit, he's old. Glad to see Luke Skywalker's finally getting recognized. Took him 30 years to finally realize that this guy existed. The main kid, I've never seen the kid before, but I have a feeling we're going to see more of him, because he actually was pretty good in the movie. I wasn't sure how that was going to work, but this kid did pretty good. Now we get to talk about the best character in the movie, and that is Samuel L. Jackson. Listen to this. Shit, you're gonna love this shit. By me saying that this feels like an old school James Bond film is relevant throughout the whole movie, but I felt like it wasn't as relevant as it was with Samuel L. Jackson's character. This dude has the most evil, diabolical plan that no Bond villain, even Ernst Stavro Blofeld himself, hasn't come up with. Shit! Dr. Evil didn't even come up with this in the Bond parodies and Austin Powers. I'm not going to tell you, just watch the movie, or if you want a spoiler review, I'll do a spoiler review for Kingsman and just tell you what the hell this guy's plan is. But pretty much, he just wants to put SIM cards in necks to, like, fix the overpopulation problem on Earth. And Samuel L. Jackson, he is so menacing and diabolical and evil. It is hilarious, because they give him this awesome lisp in the movie. You know, kind of something like this. I'm getting ready for my evil, diabolical plan. Gonna put all these SIM cards and all these people. Why isn't this machine working? What the fuck? You stupid motherfuckers. Yeah, something like that. And I just kind of spoke with a lisp. I'm sorry. But seriously, Samuel L. Jackson is in this movie with a lisp. It's awesome. He sounds like Danny Glover in Shooter. The action scenes in this movie are kick-ass. There was one scene in this movie where I was like, that will go down as the greatest action scene of the year. You'll see it when you see the movie. You'll know which action scene I am talking about. Everybody just rips everybody apart, and people are just punching and killing each other. It's like people are dying. People are getting walloped. They are dying. Okay, if you're in the theater, you don't realize this is happening, I'm making an announcement. People are dying. Look, people are dying in this scene. I'm just laughing saying that because it's done in the most, like, humorous, over-the-top way ever. Every action scene in this movie is so, like, over-the-top. It's awesome. And you have, like, this crazy chick with swords for legs. Every action scene she's in, she kills it. Not only does she kill it in those action scenes, that's also old school Bond. But every action scene she's in, she kills it. Yeah, I wouldn't go up against those. I'd be dead in a heartbeat, even if I had a gun, because she's good at avoiding bullets. So, yeah, I'd be dead. I'd be sliced in half. The humor is really good in this movie. The pacing is really good. The pacing is probably the best paced movie I've seen all year, next to American Sniper. Mixed training scenes with the action scenes really well. There wasn't a point in the movie where I was like, oh, that scene went too fast, or oh, that scene was way too slow. I was like, oh, this is just right. Good pacing, good timing like that. It makes me happy when movies do that. And fair warning, this movie does have its fair share of shaky cam. And you can tell it's shaky cam, but it's actually done really well. If there's one director who can do the shaky cam really well, it's Matthew Vaughn, and he proves it with this movie. Because it's shaky, but it's not wicked shaky. You can still tell what's going on. You get the sense of what's going on in the background. It's not like this. He's not like this, running all the way around where you can't even tell what the hell is going on. You don't even know what I'm doing right now. No, it's not like that in the movie. Yes, there is shaky cam, but it is done really well. You can still tell what's going on. You can follow the action to a T. Good job with that shaky cam use. Matthew Vaughn knows how to use it. So in the end, Kingsman: The Secret Service is a very well-acted movie. I thought it was a well-written movie, original with the plot. Very good villain, very good henchwoman, I guess you can say. I like the mix of, like, the kick-ass action scene style and, like, the whole, like, old-school Bond feel in the movie. This is something that I really didn't touch on because I felt like this could be said at the end of the review instead of just, going into full detail. But I like the fact that this movie is just, like, acknowledges the fact that this is like a movie. It's like, yeah, if this was a movie, this is how it would play. You don't see this in other movies, so let's make this a movie, pretty much. I liked all those references. I thought Matthew Vaughn did a very good job directing it. It was well directed, well written, well shot. Use shaky cam, better use than I've probably ever seen with the shaky cam. Very good usage there. You're gonna have a good time with this movie. It's funny, it's well paced, and speaking of funny, last scene of this movie. Absolutely hilarious. I think I actually shit myself like 3 times dying so hard during that scene. I was like, yeah, that is old school Bond, but they don't go that far in old school Bond movies. Not even in modern Bond movies, they don't even go that far. The trailer for this movie had the look that it was going to be a February movie, but ultimately Kingsman: The Secret Service is a movie that is a summer movie. It should have been released in the summer. And that's a big compliment because ultimately Kingsman: The Secret Service is excellente. So have you seen Kingsman: The Secret Service? Of course you have. You saw this over 50 Shades of bullshit. You either saw this or SpongeBob over that piece of shit. Whatever you thought of Kingsman, I want some feedback, so drop me a comment in the comments section below. And for more news and reviews on movies, music, video games, and TV shows, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and welcome to my world.